Feeling refreshed. Well,
Hold up. Down there. What is that? Watch your step, kids.
No room for slip-ups, Noct.
I'm not the clumsy one.
Stay sharp.
Let me give the orders this time.
Just keep it short.
Attack!
Nowhere left to climb. Should we check out the area below?
I'm down if you are.
Knocked. You might want to see this.
Score! It's all about that treasure.
Shall we?
Well, I guess you were right, Iggy.
When am I not?
Load later!
Gladio seems a bit touched.
What the hell are you talking about?
The odds are against her.
I'll say.
Get back! Here I am!
Certainly. Expect this much trouble.
Much appreciated, Ignis.
I won't always be there.
Can't keep on like this.
Good hustle, team.
Yeah! Impeccable.
I want to just flop onto a hotel bed.
Cannonball for me.
Camp's not gonna cut it tonight.
Hey, check it out, Noct. Of all places.
Here too rests the power of kings. I wonder how many more remain.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tetra Ninja, and we're once again back playing some Final Fantasy 15. Once again, as I noted last time, we wrapped up a couple of side missions. Once again, really nothing happened. It's the grind, man. It's the grind that we all love. So, I got a couple messages because I said a couple episodes ago that I wish there was a way to infinitely sprint, and there is a way to do it. You have to actually see. There's a stamina bar that appears on top of your head.
Is it evening already?
Time flies when you're having fun.
And right before it hits 0 or hits the end, if you tap the left analog and C at the same time, you do like this green little dash, instantly refill your stamina bar.
Wah!
The thing is, what I don't like about it, I feel like it kind of takes away from the first aesthetics of the game as well as immersion. I do not know why it's there. It's probably the worst placed stamina bar in video game history. It's like right above your character's head. It would make more sense if all your characters were like, this isn't an MMO. It's not a health bar. I don't need a stamina bar. So, although I would like to sprint infinitely, I feel like it takes away from the game myself. So I'm going to turn it off, and if I run like a snail at some points, I'll run like a snail at some points. It's okay with me. But anyways, so I think from what I've gathered, we've reached the point in the game because this game has behaved like a traditional Japanese RPG game. We have this really huge open map, and there's a lot of side quests to do. But from what I hear, like at the halfway point of the game no longer becomes open world. It becomes kind of like an on-the-rails story, very linear, kind of from point A to point B. So I really wanted to wrap up all the extra stuff before I left the open world, and then I probably couldn't return to it till hours and hours, maybe actually till the end of the game. So yeah, I did a lot of fishing, a lot of fetch quests. I have like the coolest rod right now, which I'll show you guys a little bit later. But for now, let us move on to the story and the next mission, because we're gonna ride up. We will set sail for the beautiful Alticia. Burpee! A little gentler on those taps. He's a puppy. How does this dog cross the water? It's a good question. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the story becoming completely linear. I think that was the biggest problem with Final Fantasy 13. It was, first off, way too casual, and literally the paths were just like a straight path. So I'm really hoping that my love for this game will not be shattered in the second half of it. But there is only one way to find out. And I really wish someone would turn on a flashlight because I am blind in here. Yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying this game thus far.
Look, Prince Octus, even the Marshal came to say goodbye.
The Marshal? That badass dude from the beginning of the game?
Something I gotta get off my chest.
What's that?
I'm sorry. Sorry I wasn't there for your father. I swore an oath to protect the king, but I wasn't strong enough to uphold it.
Ain't nothing nobody could have done to stop what happened.
Yeah. I realize that.
But you need to realize just what you mean to the boys by your side.
I do.
Even if they can't solve your problems, you can't hide what's going on from them. It hurts like hell. Remember, those ain't your bodyguards. They're your brothers. Trust in them, always.
The story keeps having like this flashback to like your father. So I think it's kind of like it's a symbol because your father he was the king and he had his bros and bodyguards, and it looks like Sid and Core was the equivalent to what these guys are today. That's symbolism.
You can never have too many tools. Here, learn to wield not only weapons, but magic as well.
I already have like 1 million of those, man. There's no way I find enough magic to fill. Alright. Ooh, speedboat.
Waiting for an invitation? Get your asses on board.
Hey, Your Majesty!
What's up?
Please, come back soon! We need our king!
Yeah. Count on it.
The wedding day arrives, but alas, without the bride. Of course, we've come for the Hydrian, and you've gone to such lengths to prepare.
Merely my duty.
Ah, but for an outsider to lead the Imperial army must be a battle in and of itself. You've spoken to Lady Lunafreya.
No.
That obstinate secretary. standing in the way, while you rush off to slay the Hydrian for your poor sister's sake. I know the price of the Covenant.
You know, I've always wanted to go sailing like this.
Not many opportunities living in Insomnia.
Out here, it's just us and the horizon. It's amazing. It's life-changing.
We've quite a ways to go until we reach Altissia, so keep gushing to your heart's content.
When we step off the boat, we'll be in a foreign country.
The anticipation alone is a foreign sensation.
Then to think this is where we were headed to begin with.
We've been through a lot.
And there's still more to come.
So next on the docket is Leviathan.
What sort of deity are we dealing with?
A serpent said to embody the roar and rage of the sea.
We'll have to see for ourselves.
Can't let Lady Luna Freya do all the heavy lifting. You must be so psyched to see her.
Luna?
Yeah.
Well, we need to make sure she's all right before anything else.
Indeed, her well-being is top priority.
Don't like this going down on Imperial turf.
You think Lady Luna Freya's in danger there?
The Empire did invade Lucis for the ring. I have no faith their ruthless ambitions will stop short of harming the Oracle.
Without the ring, the crystal's no more than a rock.
I suppose. Does anyone know how Lady Luna Freya came to have the ring?
It seems likely His Majesty entrusted it to her safekeeping back at the Crown City.
So she's held onto it this whole time, all the way to Altissia.
The ring is important, and so is Leviathan. But Luna comes first.
You know, I was thinking back to our encounter with Ravus. Do you recall an apparatus in place of his arm?
Yeah, I remember.
Seems he lost his old one in the invasion. But in its place, he seems to have acquired new power.
Power?
That would help explain how a son of Tenebrae suddenly came to command Niflheim's army.
Now that you mention it, his strength did seem sort of supernatural. I just chalked it up to the Oracle lineage.
His ancestry may be part of it, but that alone wouldn't account for his freakish strength.
I wonder what could have happened to him.
There's a disturbing rumor about Lord Ravus has taken to brandishing His Majesty's sword.
My dad's.
Then what's the big idea behind that?
That his power's the same as the power of kings?
I cannot say for sure, but I have my doubts. Ravus wears the sword, yet doesn't wield it.
For all his newfound powers, he's still the Chancellor's lapdog, holding on to the enemy king's sword like some badge of honor.
It might help if we knew what he was after.
Who can say?
What are the odds the Empire will crash the pool party with Leviathan?
Consider it a guarantee. They felled a god to prevent Noct from receiving his blessing. They'll do so again.
But we beat him to the big guy, thanks to our friendly guide.
Never know which way that one's gonna move next.
The Chancellor has an agenda all his own.
Sometimes it helps, like when he called off his army and let us escape.
But he was still a creep about it.
Well, it feels like he's only helping us because he wants something. I just don't know what.
Reckon we'll see him again?
Certainly hope not.
Not your type?
No love lost for phonies.
As Gladio said, his actions are motivated not by altruism, but by self-interest. And when he does come to our aid, I see only condescension in his eyes.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Ever think you think too much?
Sometimes, but it's always preferable to the alternative.
Are we there yet?
Well, didn't you say you always wanted to go sailing?
Yeah, but all this ocean gets kind of bland after a while.
Last time I checked, it was amazing and life-changing.
So, soon you'll have your old man's ring back.
Yeah, when we arrive in Altissia.
Good thing. To him, it was his heritage.
Is that what my dad said?
Carrying a royal line ain't a task to be taken lightly. For a small thing, that ring can sure weigh heavy. After he became king, I only ever saw his face in the paper.
Wait, weren't you at the coronation?
No, I was long gone from the city.
Must have been invited at least.
Had a falling out of sorts with your old man. Right at the end of the trip.
You did?
I was given to understand you stayed in touch.
We buried the hatchet years later, but never talked face to face again. Should have paid a visit while I had the chance. Well, no use dwelling on it now. Got the regalia in the hold, but y'all gonna stay in Altitia for a good while, right?
Yes, we believe so.
In that case, I'll tune her up for y'all. Not that I'll have much to do, though. What with Cindy looking after the old girl.
If you say she's good, she must be great.
She was never afraid of hard work. Heaven knows she had a hard childhood.
Hard childhood?
He means her parents.
Lost them both when she was little. Was big enough to understand, though. And to hurt. But you wouldn't guess that, seeing her now.
Not at all. She's always so cheerful.
Well, that ought to tell you how far she's come.
Now, you must have seen your fair share of Altitia by now.
Yeah, only done been the once. Stayed a good while, though.
What's it like?
Big old city.
Big. Okay.
Well, it ain't the crown city.
Different. Got it.
You'll see for yourself. Foreign lands seldom lend themselves to trite explanations.
Change of scenery ought to do you good.
Well, I'm all talked out. Can't be far to Altitia now, right?
We'll be there in no time. Nice having the wind at our backs.
Lodgings are our first order of business.
All work and no play?
Make Cygnus a dull boy.
Someone has to babysit you, too.
You're welcome to sleep in the wild.
Ain't no hotel, but I know a fella has a place.
Hey, now.
Wescombe ran with Reggie and me way back when.
Oh, was he the other one in that photo with the garage?
Yep, runs himself a diner or a cafe or something. Go and see for yourselves.
Sure.
Does the place have a name?
McGee or Magoo or Mago, that's the one.
Nice.
You can count on Old Wes, but he'll chew your ears off.
The government issued a statement promising that the reasons behind awakening the Hydrian would be clarified in the ceremonial address.
Got a signal.
Delivering the address will be Lady Lunafreya, who was previously reported dead. This will mark her first public appearance since the violence that befell the signing ceremony.
Lady Lunafreya's gonna give a speech?
Sounds like it.
Lord knows. This world could use some wisdom.
Won't be much longer now, Noct.
Yeah.
Can't tell if that's lazy or brilliant game design this entire boat trip, because we just got a shit
Does this
ton.
vessel have an entry permit?
Yes.
Entry permit?
Relax. I got one. Here.
That's as old as they get. Seems in order. You may pass.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Prepared in advance.
Could say that. 30-odd years ago.
That's what the guy meant by old.
Lucky us, huh?
That could have ended badly.
We just got a shit ton of story lore there. So they didn't have to incorporate it into like any cutscenes or in the game, which makes it very economical. And if you were playing this game, it'd be very easy to kind of skip the entire scene. But at the same time, they wouldn't have to do like any of the cutscenes cinematics to kind of spell it out. So I can't tell if it's brilliant or lazy. I guess the best word would be economical in a sense of game design. Gain entry. Altitia, the city on the sea. So we have to go find...
What's next? Immigration?
What do you mean? There's still more?
This guy.
Sir, what is the purpose of your visit?
Purpose,
Border Patrol. Oh, leave it to Sid.
Sid, it's all yours.
Hey, didn't we just... Well, we're here to visit a joint. Maga is the name, yeah.
Never heard of it. Unless you're referring to the alternate entry program. In which case, you may pay the levy directly to me. This amount should suffice.
Oh, what a racket. This is your trip. You cough up the cash.
Wow. What happens if you didn't have the money? Straight scams.
You want to check Wescom's place out?
Yeah, let's all go to Mago.
Perhaps we'll even make it in time for tea.
And we'd better start looking now.
So, we're looking for the guy from the picture.
An estranged friend of the king.
Noct, you ever meet him?
Nope.
Just taking a look around
Take
here.
a look at this.
What about it?
Shop till you drop.
Only accessible by gondola. Could take a romantic boat ride with my bros here. As you can see, we decided to put the jacket back on. I found like a little neat thing about this game is the longer you go without resting, the dirtier your clothes get. So I was getting tired of looking like a bum all the time, and putting on the jacket made me look less dirty. It's the little things. I need picture time.
How about a group photo? I know just the place, and it's close.
Kind of reminds me of like Italy.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's go.
Are you not selling anything? Okay. We head upstairs. Cross the bridge.
You're starting to get the hang of it.
The hang of what?
You know, looking after yourself. Being one of the common folk.
Well, in a lot of ways, it's easier than being royalty.
The city definitely has its own distinct flavor to it. I just gotta find a staircase to get down. From the atmosphere to the music, they nailed it. Staircase down, please.
See that over there?
What about it?
Flavor of the day is...
Gelato. Yeah, it's supposed to be Italy. Oh, here's a staircase down.
Rather sultry.
Yeah.
The hell are we? What's with this random gigantic? And in a gigantic maze.